All right, thank you.
And my one question is, why did you call Don before Mr. Vinoy when Mr. Vinoy's name was before his on the list?
I had also forgotten to call Abe Maggot, and I called him 5 people later. I also called Mr. Costigan. I mean...
Thank you.
I also have others. Well, what's the big deal? What, they got an issue? Mr. Van Noy and Mr. Smith? That doesn't bother me.
I didn't know they did.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me. Mr. Dixon, I'm sorry. No, Mr. Sonnenbleck, you're the last person.
Thank you. I've not spoken, and I will be quick.
I kind of doubt that, Mr. Sonnenbleck, but go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Barbara, I'm your attorney. So, what do we have here? We have a difference of opinion. We have the people in the local area, the people who have objected to many, many, many things previously are saying no, no, no.
Hold on. Barbara, please.
I wanted to ask you a question. You don't want to listen to me?
Barbara, please.
Why did you come out of the back room with 2 members?
Barbara.
He's one of our professionals.
Well, then somebody say so.
Well, I didn't know that we had to identify him to anyone.
Okay, hold on. Barbara, hold on.
And somebody comes walking out of the back room with them.
Hold on. Stop it. Hey, everybody. Whoa.
Everything's collusion to you,
Whoa.
Mr. Morlino.
Everybody. Stop it now. Okay? Barbara, please.
Come front with the public and let us know who the man is.
Listen.
Who the consultant is.
Just
I paid for him.
stop
Who is
it.
he?
I don't know.
Well, then tell me.
I don't know.
Well, she
I will
has
say,
an opinion about him. Who the hell is she to question
Mr.
me?
Molino,
She
please.
works for me.
Mr. Molino, please.
What are you kidding me?
Please.
You know, Miss.
Please.
Put her in
Everybody.
order.
Please.
Or throw her out.
Please, Mr. Molino. All right, we can take a 5-minute recess. Okay. All right. I want to know something now. Hey, everybody.
Let's have order.
Lou, stay
Please have order.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, listen. I don't want to do this, but I need to ask a question of Ms. Kingman. If there are outbursts, can I clear the room when us discuss this?
If there's an outburst, can you clear the room?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, listen. I mean, on a pretty intense thing, we've sat here tonight, and we've listened to pros, cons. I've listened to some things I really didn't appreciate being said by some people, but I let some things go maybe I shouldn't have, okay? But this is it, okay? No more outbursts. If there's any more outbursts, I will clear the room, the governing body will discuss it, and we probably will be voting tonight, okay? But please, I mean, we've done the best we can too. I mean, I don't know, you know, I don't know what people expect sometimes. I really, truly don't, okay? I mean, I don't understand how somebody can read my body language. I slouch, you know? I mean, but, you know, I care about my town deeply, okay? I'm very careful about what I say because I try to think of Howell Township first instead of thinking what I really would like to say sometimes. And it's not whether I'm mayor or whether I'm Bob Walsh, Joe Citizen in the street, okay? I've always tried to think of Howell Township, all right? I would appreciate it if everybody would try to think of Howell Township first. Some of the things said tonight were personal, didn't need to be said, okay? There doesn't need to be outbursts. We've been trying as a governing body to handle this as civilly as possible, and it is a touchy subject. It is a very touchy subject, and yes, it is in my backyard. I live a mile from it, okay? Some of my neighbors differ on how they feel about it. Okay, a couple won't talk to me depending on how I vote. Okay, whether it's one way or the other. I'm going to lose some people who I've been friendly with for 10 years, okay, depending on how I vote tonight. And it doesn't make a difference which way I lose friends. Okay? So, I mean, I'm trying to do the best I can to listen to everybody, listen to their concerns. You know, think of the needs of the 53,000 people here in Howell Township. And the rest of the people up here are doing the best job they can, too. And I think the planning board, you know, they did what they thought was right. Okay? The zoning board did what, the members did what they thought was right. I mean, some of what just went on here is just wrong. Okay? And we know it's happening for a reason. Okay? Please, everybody, if you could, keep Howell Township first in your actions, if you can. Okay? And we're all not going to agree. I mean, and that's all right. All right, but what just went on, I think everybody in the room knows, is wrong. As children, we were taught it was wrong. Okay? So I need everybody to be civil. I'm asking. Okay? Mr. Sonnenbleck, go ahead, make it short and sweet. Hold on, we need a motion to extend the
Make the
meeting.
motion, we extend the meeting another 30
Give me a roll
minutes.
call, Miss Woman.
Mrs. Clark? Yes. Mr. Memolo?
Yes.
Mr. Vislaki?
Yes.
Mrs. Dalton?
Yes.
Mayor Walsh?
I'm staying consistent. No. Mr. Sonnenbleck.
Thank you. Obviously, I've heard all the comments pro and con. I've been involved in this application, Gerald Sonnenblick, the attorney for the applicant, as I have been in other applications in this town and others for over 30 years. I've been an elected official when I was a young whippersnapper, and I've been a township attorney. So whatever hat you want me to wear, I can. I've had my discussions in the hallway with some of the people who objected. I've watched the planning board fight against the zoning board, but I think all of that's kind of irrelevant, because I think the most important thing is, how about some common sense around here? And I don't get it. And everybody, it's a great project, it's a great project, it's a great project. Well, has anybody said, not one person has said, by God, we would have indoor recreation 12 months a year, we would have the ability for our kids to have, and other folks that are not children to be able to have sports activities at night. This would be something that would be of benefit to everybody in the area. And who's going to build it? This applicant. It's not coming anywhere else, because if it's not going to be built here, and here we go again, if it's not going to be here, where's it going to be? Now, we talk about Route 9, and the gentleman who spoke previously about Route 9 being more expensive. He's absolutely right, much more expensive, and things don't get built. If you look at your own zoning map, you've got a little trail that runs down Route 9, the PA2 or whatever you want to call it, but the HD1 is what you really should be saying. That's a small and not deep type of zone, which would not support anywhere near the scope of this project. And interestingly, nobody brought again the point about the SED zone. I don't think anybody said. It is landlocked. That ARE6 is a landlocked portion of land. We're talking about the max site at the moment, but that's where everybody's focusing on. It's landlocked. You can't get there except through an SED zone, which the zoning board heard and was one of the bases that the majority of the zoning board thought it was a good thing. In addition to that, where you could have put it, as it was stated by some of the members, in the SED zone, members of the zoning board said, no, 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 move it back so you're not on top of Fairfield Road. You got land back there. You only have about a 50% coverage, less than the SED permits. You've got a 150-foot setback from every property line for the 60-foot that we're talking about for a height limitation, which a height, permitted height, which, by the way, if you look at your land use law, you look anywhere else, why is there limitations on height? Intensity and aesthetics. Well, this is just a covered field. This is not a 6-story office building or 7-story this, or it's an open area so that you can throw a ball, hit a ball, kick a ball high enough so it doesn't hit the ceiling. There's nothing surrounding this place. What a perfect place. And here we go again. The same people that I've been involved in other meetings and for many years, you throw the dirt up, you see what happens, you talk
Mr. Sonnenblick, that I've had enough of. Okay.
All right, we get finished. No, I was talking about, as the gentleman
That
said.
I've had enough of.